welcome to bexbugoutsurvivor. Hopefully this is going to be a nice quick one, because somebody has asked me about a certain product and I've always loved it, but I bought it second hand and it failed, but while it was working it was good. So there's a lesson there to be learnt. Don't buy certain kit second hand. So I went out and bought a brand new version of it. It's the multi-mat. It's a self-inflating 3/4 length sleep mat, and it's pretty cheap, so it's very affordable. It's 3 season. I've had it down to 4 season as a cold sleeper, but I'm not sure how long the dissipation rate is. For a 4 season mat it needs to be thicker, giving a longer dissipation rate. Not everyone is going to appreciate a frameless pack, but I do, if you pack them properly. This is the second one, like I said before, that I purchased. Now the first one I purchased was pre-loved, second hand, for 50p. I knew for 50p there was going to be something wrong with it, but I did manage to rescue this valve here. Got a pair of scissors, cut it off and then pulled the valve out. So if this should ever suffer a problem with the valve, I've got a spare one, and they literally just super glue in. So this is by Multimat, quite a trusted company. And just let some air in and just leave it do its thing. Now although it says it's self-inflating, they rarely are, you know, self-inflating. You've always got to add some breath to it, but it's a good sales gimmick. Mind you, if you treat it right, it could be self-inflating. The secret is to leave them inflated when you get home and only roll them up when you're ready to trek. Brand new, this costs 21 quid. So even if it only lasts a couple of seasons, like the year, for 20 quid, I'm quite prepared to throw that and buy another for 20 quid. It's good value. It's not self-inflating overly well, so I'm going to add some breath to it. Because it's new, I haven't left it inflated over a longer period of time, over a few days, otherwise this would spring back into life quicker. It's been like that flat packed in my bag for, you know, a few days, so it's not going to spring back into life. Breath number 3, that's okay. If you want it firmer, put another breath in. Four breaths to full inflation. That's quite firm. Now if you like quite a firm bed, then this will do you, but I like to just release a bit of air out, and what I do is I lie on it first, then release the air to get the comfort. 2 things you never buy second hand: pads and sleeping bags. So I'm just going to show you a quicker way of packing it back in. Quickly fold it into quarters and then start rolling. Now the other way of doing this is the manufacturer's method, which is folding it in half by its length and rolling from top to bottom. And in my pack I should have a little stuff sack for it. Now the stuff sack came with puncture repair kit and is oversized, and I found this with my other multi-mat as well, which is the 38 Adventure, which is full length mummy shaped. They all come with quite a really good patch kit. Generally if it's a pinhole, you can just put a dab of the adhesive straight over it. For a larger hole or a tear, you're going to need to do yourself a swatch. But I haven't folded it by its length, rather into its quarters. So that down, which is the patch kit, and there you have it. It's just another way of doing the same thing. It probably makes it longer but slimmer, but you're still left with a cylinder shape. Now, I don't trek, hike, camp with cylinder shapes. I don't like it. I pack from the back of the pack to the front. Everything is just loose, and I don't ever dig for anything. Everything's put into order. I can see exactly what I want. But what you want is, how good is it? Very, very good. I do like multi-mats. Do they last forever? No. You know, I don't think any inflatable will, but what they are is warm. So in half again, like that, and then I slot this down the back of my pack and it gives a back cushion. The bivvy bag in front with the radiant bivvy there. Like I said, these are my insulating layers here. That could be your sleeping bag. And wet gear there, and there is my back support for my frameless pack. Now, generally I use my bivvy. I don't remove the pad from the bivvy, I leave it in there. I don't really see much benefit from taking it out and rolling it separate. I don't see any benefit at all. It's like separating your knife, fork and spoon. So I do take this down to winter when it's paired up with a foam pad. This is the Multimat 3 season. Like I said, throw in a foam pad, you're going to get down to that 4th season. Throw in a reflective somewhere in the mix. I'm not going to get into that argument of where to put the reflective, and you're going to boost it another 5 to 15 degrees depending on how you layer your system. It doesn't take up that much room. There are lighter and smaller, more compact options on the market. The one that I have for my lightweight trekking was best part of £200 UK pounds. This was £20, so you're going to basically get what you pay for. But for 20 quid, is it worth buying? Yeah, I think so, all day. I'd say if you're going to get 1-2 years out of this for the price, then you've done well. You really have done well. If I take this through this season, next season, for 21 quid, I'd be blown away. I'd just buy a new one. So where are its potential fail points will be the valve leaking, which is not that common on this, but on other brands it might be. The seam around the edge I've seen go a lot on other people's, and what all this is a memory foam between 2 layers of fabric, and it's glued. It's egg bubbles is another problem these mats can suffer, leaking around the edges, not so much the valve. And these kind of incidents of egging and leaking around the edges usually occur somewhere round, maybe if you've had a good 5, 6, 7 years out of it, and for the price you're well ready for a new one, because something better will have come to the market by then. Anyway, a very quick overview and review. I like it. For 20 quid you can't go wrong. See you next time.